Hi, my beautiful brothers and sisters. This is Mary Hernandez with part 3 video of Judgment. So I'm going to try to keep this last one short. I know I might have repeated a couple Bible verses, and it was just kind of to carry on from the video that I did from the day before. So, with that being said, I'm going to read Zephaniah. The word of the Lord which came to me, Zephaniah, the son of Cushai, the son of Gilead, the son of Amariah, the son of Hezekiah, the son of Josiah, which was a son of Amon, king of Judah. I would utterly custom all things from all the land, said the Lord, but I will consume says I will consume a man and the beast, and I will consume the fowls of the heaven, and the fish and of the sea, and the stumbling blocks with the wicked. I will cut off man from off the land, said the Lord. I will also stretch out my hand upon Judah and upon all the inhabitants of Jerusalem. I will cut off the raiment of Baal from this place, and the name of Shermims with the priest. Them that worship the host of the heaven upon the housetop, and them that worship that they swear by the Lord, and swear by Malcham. It says, and them that are turned back from the Lord, and those that have sought the Lord, but not inquire of him. Hold thy peace of the presence of the Lord God, for the day of the Lord is at hand. For the Lord has prepared a sacrifice that he had bid his guest. And it shall come to pass at the day of the Lord sacrifices that I will punish the prince and the kings of the children, all which were clothed with strange apparel. In the same day also will I punish those that leap with the threshold, which filled their masters' houses in violence and deceit. And it shall come to pass in the day, said the Lord, that it shall be the noise of the cry from the fish of the gate, the howling from the second, and the great crashing from the hills. Howl, you inhabitants of Medish, for all the merchant people that are cut down, that they will bear silver, are cut off. That it shall come to pass at the time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, and punish the men that are settled in their lees and in their heart, and the Lord will not do good, but neither will do evil. Therefore their gods shall become a booty, and there shall also build a house, but no inhabitants of them, that they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine of thereof. The great day of the Lord is near, and near is hasteth greatly, but even if the voice of the Lord, the mighty man that shall cry there very bitterly. The day is the day of the wrath, the day of the trouble and distress, the day of the wasteness and desolation, the day of the darkness and gloomness, the day of the clouds and thick darkness, the day of the trumpets, the alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. I will bring distress upon the man, that they shall walk like blinded men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as the dust, and their flesh as a dung. But neither their silver nor gold shall be able to deliver them out of the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall devour by the fire of the jealousy, for he shall make even speedily radiance, and all of them that dwell in the land. Now, I'm going to Zephaniah 2. Zephaniah 2. The boys are on watching the game. Zephaniah 2. Gather yourself together, ye gather together, O nations, desire. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass, and the shaft before the fury's anger. The Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Seek you the Lord, and you that are meek on the earth shall have wrong his judgment. Seek righteous and seek meekness, and it may be ye all Ye shall all be hidden in the day of the Lord's anger. From Gaza shall be the foreskin, and Ashkelon a desolation. They shall drive out Ashdod at noonday, and Ekron shall also be rooted up. Woe unto the inhabitants of the sea coast, the nations of the Sheharites. The word of the Lord is against you, O Canaan, and the land of the Philistines. I will destroy thee, that there shall be no inhabitants. And the sea coast shall be the dwellings of the cottages, for the shepherd, and the folds for the flocks. The east shall be for the raiment of the house of Judah, and they shall feed thereupon the houses of Ashkelon. Shall they lie down in the evening for the Lord their God, and they shall visit them, turn away their captivity. I have heard the reproach of Moab, and the revilings of the children of Ammon, whereby they have reproached my people, magnified themselves against their border. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord of the host, and God of Israel, surely Moab will be Sodom, and the children of Ammon as Gomorrah. But in the breeding of the needles, the salt pits, the perpetual desolation, the residue of people, they shall spoil them. And the raiment of my people shall possess them. They have for their pride, because they have reproached and magnify themselves against the people of the Lord of the host. The Lord will be terrible unto them that will finish all the gods of the earth, and the men shall worship him, every one of his place, even all the isles of the heathens. You Ethiopians also, you shall be slain by my sword. And he shall stretch out his hands against the north, and destroy Assyria. And it will make Nineveh a desolation, a dry like the wilderness. And the flock shall lie down in the midst of her, and all the beasts of the nations, both cormorant and the bittern, shall lodge in the uppers of lentils of it. Their voice shall sing the windows, and the desolation shall be in the threshold, and he shall uncover the city work. This is the rejoicing of the city that dwelleth carelessly. Said her heart, I am, and there is none besides me. I am she who became desolation in the place of the beast to lay down. Every one that passes by her shall hiss and wag his own hand. Zephaniah 3. Woe to her that it is filthy and polluted, to the oppressed city. She obeyed not the voice, that she received no correction. She trusted not in the Lord, and she drew not near her God. Her prince are with her that are roaring lions. Her judges avenges wolves. They gone at the bones until the morrow. Her prophets are light and treacherous person. Her priests have polluted the sanctuary, and they have done violence to the law. Just of the Lord in the midst of there shall not be iniquity in every morning, but doeth he bring judgment to the light. He faileth not, but unjust, knowing no shame. I have cut off the nations and the towers of desolate. I made their streets waste, and none passes by there. The city to be destroyed. So there is no man, that there is no inhabitants. It says, I said, surely will thou fear me, but thou will receive instructions of their dwelling, and they shall not be cut off. Howsoever I punished them, and they rose early, and they corrupted all their doings. Therefore wait ye upon the Lord until the day I rise up. The prey of the day for my determination, it is so to gather the nations. It is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms and pour upon mine indignation. But even all the fierce anger of the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. For I will turn my people pure language, and they will come upon the Lord to serve him in one consent. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my supplements, even my daughter or my distress, they shall bring my offering. And in the day thou shalt be not ashamed of all the doings where thou hast transgressed against me. For then I will take away out of the midst thee, and rejoice in the pride, and thou shalt no more be haughty because of my holy mountain. I will also leave the midst of those that afflicted the poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord. The raiment of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies, neither shall be the deceitful tongue. It says, be found in their mouth, but they shall feed the lie down, and none shall make them afraid. Sing, O daughter of Zion. Shout out, O Jerusalem. Be glad and rejoice for the heart of the daughter of Jerusalem. The Lord has taken away the judgment, and he has cast out the enemies of the King of Israel, every Lord that is in the midst of thee, and thou shalt not see evil no more. In the day it shall be said to Jerusalem, fear not, that thou to Zion, that I let not thine hand be slack. It says, the Lord thy God is in the midst of thee, and the mighty will save he, will rejoice over thee and joy, and he will rest in his love, and will joy over thee with singing. Oh. I will gather, for me that's my forever happy ending. I will gather them that are sorrowful in solemn assembly, but those that are thee, to whom they reproach of it and burden. Behold, at the time I will undo thee, afflict thee, and I will save her that halted, and gathered her that was driven out. I will then praise the fame in every land where they have been put to shame. And at that time I will bring you again, even into the time I will gather you. For I will praise ye among all people of the earth. I will turn back your captivity before your eyes, said the Lord. Isn't that so beautiful? Like, there's always something beautiful at the very end. There's a light always in the end of the tunnel. So real quick, that was just Zephaniah, quick preview. I'm going to close it up with just this closing statement that it has. It says, the name Zephaniah means Yahweh hides, and Yahweh has hidden. Zephaniah was almost certainly born during the long wicked reign of Manasseh, whose reign beginning was 55 years before the start of Josiah's reign. Zephaniah was probably hidden for his protection. Zephaniah warns Israel, the surrounding nations, that day of the Lord is near. God will judge the nations in burning fire as he purifies them from sin, evil, and violence. The dormant theme of the day of the Lord, which is the prophet that sees approaching consequences of the sins of Judah, a raiment that will be saved the humble and the lowly, and the perfection and the purification by judgment that is show that it is not clear whether the day of judgment has conceived historical. It says he predicts the downfall of Assyrian's empire, but unlike Isaiah, he does not anticipate the reassurance of the peace of the righteous in Jerusalem. He predicts a day of judgment that will sweep across the face of the entire earth. The fire will storm and purge it off the evil. And it's that is with good and by refrain of force and by fraudulent ways of any method, that it understood the servants of a great man who feed the ambition and adversaries of their masters, but every use very oppressed methods an inferior person was to get the substance from them and gratify their master. It says the book of Zechariah contains descriptions of visions concerning rebuilding Jerusalem and the temple and gathering scattered Israel and the triumph of Israel over the enemies. Isn't that amazing? Like, I just close it up with a positive note that I know that there's a storm, but there's always a light at the end of the storm. Just know that it's always another heavenly level, another victory. And as we're going, we take territory under his authority. But know that at the end of the revelation, it's good versus evil. And who's backing us up? Heaven is backing us up. Yes, but there's consequences for our sin. That's the point. He's saying, repent, no idols. Follow the 10 commandments, come back in a covenant with me, and we have everlasting life. The new heaven, the new earth. He's starting all over just like Noah. But just know that our Father Jehovah loves you. I love you with the love of the Lord. Have an amazing Sunday. God bless, and shalom, shalom.